and fun. Just kidding. Hi, I'm Dr. Dave here, Shores Wellness Solutions, the Natural Health and Wellness Center. And of course, I'm here with my lovely wife, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you?
And we'd like to welcome you to this week's workshop. So if you're out there watching, great. It's what can a clinical nutritionist do for you?
And you're going to get a live demonstration today as well, which is pretty awesome. So you'll get to actually see what it is we do here, what we're looking for, how we can help you, and what it entails. So, you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, so we're going to talk about what is Design Clinical Nutrition. We're going to break it down.
I was just going to say, let's break it down.
Awesome. Well, design means it's especially prepared for you based on a specific plan. So when we design it, it means not every program is exactly the same. So each person has a customized, individualized plan to get the underlying cause of what's going on, what your health concerns are, and how we can help correct that for you.
That's right. We use over 450 different whole food supplements and herbs. And not one person, no, I'm going to rephrase that, not two people have ever come up with the same protocol, which is pretty cool.
Yes. We use real food as designed by nature to enable the body to repair itself and become healthier. Because when you use something synthetic, your body has to work twice as hard to break it down and actually get well. So we like to use only whole food nutrition, real foods, and supplements as well.
You know I got to throw a story in.
Of course you do.
So how do you break down whole food versus, the stuff that you buy in the stores? When you buy supplements in the stores, it's like going to the auto parts store, buying a steering wheel, and then walking around and showing everybody your brand new car when it's just a piece or a fragment. And so the supplements that you buy in the stores are the same thing. They're just pieces or fragments of supplements. With whole food supplements, you get the whole vitamin complex, the minerals unabated, enzymes that are still active, whole proteins and whole fats, the way nature intended, just like you said a moment ago. And nothing is chemically processed, nothing is heat processed. It's just amazing, super concentrated food to reactivate the body and get it to work normal, healthy, and I'm going to use the C word, and cure some things that might not be working.
Right. So after you receive your analysis, you'll get a specifically designed nutritional program based off the information that your body provides to us. Most programs include dietary suggestions as well as whole food supplements to aid your body in healing itself. We use concentrated whole food supplements as well, and they've been prepared by a unique process that preserve all of the active enzymes and components. So it's very different than your over-the-counter supplement that really is more harming your body than doing it good.
That's right.
We also use nutrition response testing, which is a non-invasive system of analyzing the body to determine the underlying cause of non-optimal health or issues.
That's right.
Right? So we're going to demonstrate that a little bit later.
Awesome. I can't wait till you do that.
A little bit later, yes, we are.
She's putting me on the spot.
Yes,
Good.
we're going to do a quick demonstration today.
So you may be asking, how do you know which supplements and foods are right for you? Take it away.
Well, after we identify the underlying reason that your body is creating symptoms in the first place, we can isolate and verify the precise whole food supplements and the quantities that your body needs to resolve its problems. Our goal is to have you take as few supplements as possible and your body being fully addressed and restored at the same time.
And through our analysis, we're testing the body's neurological reflexes to these supplements as far as what you need. The reflexes are the body's way of telling us what you need and how your nervous system is doing and responding. And it's the body's nervous system responsibility to regulate the body's functions for each and every organ. And so the testing includes organs, glands, joints, muscles, all of it.
Yes, and nerves, yeah. These reflexes are tested on the surface of the body, and then the findings are analyzed. We directly use the body for analysis versus doing lab tests because it's faster and it tends to be just as, if not more, accurate.
Right, and this is where people say, oh, what about a blood test? That's an awesome question, it really is. But if you look at a blood test, in order to know that you have thyroid dysfunction, something's wrong with the thyroid gland, you have to lose about 40% or more of the function of your thyroid before it might, keyword there, begin to show up on a blood test. When we get involved in the liver, it's about 80% of the function of the liver has to be gone before it might start to show up. And the reason you never hear about adrenals is you have to lose about 95% of the function of your stress handling glands, your adrenal glands, before it might start to show up on a blood test. And blood tests are good, but they're transient. It's a moment in time. And so it's a good way to help with some of the things that we do, but it's definitely not the end all.
Right. And following your consultation and exam, then you'll be given results in a way that you can understand with a specific nutritional program that you can follow. So everything is involved with that. You'll have a full printout of everything that we found, everything that we recommend, and it makes it very easy for you to understand how your body's functioning or not functioning properly, and what we're going to do to help your body function optimally.
So big question is, why does nutrition matter to you?
What are whole foods? That's another thing. Whole foods are defined as food that has undergone very little processing and has been grown or produced without the use of synthetic pesticides or fertilizers. So a good example would be carrots. Carrots are rich in vitamin A complex. Now, a complex is something made up of different parts which work together. Synthetic vitamins do not contain the whole complex, which is found in nature.
Yeah, I see you making some faces on there in agreement with you. Yeah. So like vitamin C, when you go to the store and you buy ascorbic acid, it's one of the 8 components in vitamin C. Vitamin C has 8 components. No thumbs, 8 components. Okay? But ascorbic acid is just one of the 8. And so it cannot work in the body the way that the complex does, and the body doesn't know what to do with it, so it tries to detox. And I know people say, oh, well, I get, this vitamin C, that vitamin C, which is hundreds or thousands of milligrams, but you're just altering the body's pH and pushing it to do a chemical change. You're not really supporting the health and the function of the body when you do that.
Right. So if testing indicated a vitamin A deficiency, we'd look at a whole food high in vitamin A complex. Carrots would most likely be a source that would be in the supplements, because we only do use whole food supplements in nutrition. A supplement rich in this complex would then be included in your program. So we pride ourselves in only using the highest quality whole food supplements available.
That's why we use standard process.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Whole food supplements are entirely derived from specific whole foods, organically grown and prepared in such a way that preserves their vital enzymes and vitamins, making them the optimum vitamin mineral products. And like he said, we use standard process, and it's pretty awesome. We've actually been to the standard process farm several times. Yeah.
Shout out for standard process.
Yeah.
All right. So their farm is a 1,000-acre organic farm. The soil is 24 to 30 inches deep of, this nice black organic soil. They have never used fertilizers on there. They have never put animal products on there to use as fertilizers. So when they grow a crop, let's say they're doing 30 acres of Spanish black radish on a certain plot this year, they will not put Spanish black radish back on that segment of land for 5 years. They'll crop rotate the way it's supposed to be done on normal farming. And so, or organic farming, let me use the correct words. And so they'll do that. But they'll then at the end of the season test the soil. And if it's missing something, they won't dump a chemical nutrient back on there. What they'll do is they'll grow a cover crop that will be high in whatever nutrient is missing, and then they'll plow that back in late fall so that it can get absorbed in the soil, and they'll enrich the soil with that. And any product they have left in their farm from processing, vegetables, goes in the compost pile, and that gets spread out over their 1,000-acre farms in the off season so that they can replenish the soil. It's amazing. Right.
So when you take a concentrated form, your body can get the complete nutrition that it needs from just a small tablet. By restoring the nutrition which your body needs, then it's possible to actually heal itself, just as nature intended. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about the importance of nutrition.
Okay.
Scientific research continually proves that eating a balanced diet is vital for good health and well-being. Health is no longer considered the mere absence of disease, but instead a state of complete physical, mental, and
social well-being.
Yes.
Yeah. Dorland's.
Yeah.
Medical dictionary. Yep. Adequate nutrition is a significant component of all three. You need it. You can't eat poorly and have a good social well-being and be mentally strong. You can't eat poor diet and be physically strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Most people think that they're eating well, and although deficiencies may be due to illness, it's likely that other factors are contributing to the problem also. Some of which may be contained in the foods that you eat every single day, not even realizing it. You're thinking you're eating well, but a few factors that you want to consider with grocery stores and restaurants is microwaving the food, which strips from a lot of the nutrients out of the foods that you're eating if you're microwaving your foods.
Food coloring.
Yeah.
Not
There's
good for you.
a lot of food coloring in the foods. Flash freezing.
Not flash freezing. No, I'm just kidding.
There are hormones and antibiotics that are found in your meats and your chicken.
If you think a turkey can be butterball size without hormones and stuff, just think what that turkey's going to do to you.
Right.
It's going to make you butterball size.
Yep. There's genetic engineering, synthetic additives, preservatives, harmful chemicals. There's a lot of things.
Right?
Yeah, even in the fish, you're eating fish and you're thinking that you're doing a great job with that, but if you're not careful, a lot of those fish have metals such as mercury and things in it, and your body can't work properly unless you clear that out.
That's correct. And if you grow the same vegetable in the same soil year after year after year after year, you're depleting the soil of specific nutrients, and it's not going to get back in the soil until you do that crop rotation and do the cover crops.
Right. So because what we eat can either harm or help the body, there isn't a single health condition that isn't impacted by diet. So most people ask, well, can I just eat better?
That's a start.
You can.
Start.
But when everything is depleted, the problem with that is it's hard to find vegetables that don't have the pesticides and the chemicals and all the extra additives.
And when you go through
Sustaining.
decades of poor dietary guidelines like we've had in the United States, like low fat, low salt diet, it's just horrible what we've done for the last 60 plus years. You know, we need good fats and we need good salts, not sodium chloride, that's poison, but really good salts. And then the average person in our country at 65 and older takes 15 medications according to the CDC, prescription medications on a regular basis. And medications, all pharmaceuticals, strip your body of different nutrients. So it's so important to make sure that we're feeding our bodies with concentrated whole food nutrition, and you're just not going to get enough at that point just from eating healthy. Not that that doesn't help, it does.
Well, there's been a drastic decline in the quality of food over the past 70 years. So it's resulting in a nation of sick people who are depleted and are on a lot of pharmaceutical drugs. You know, your body's function is founded on nourishment, and you get that from the plants and having a whole food nutrition added to your body that doesn't include heavy metals, toxic chemicals, and pesticides.
And there's some common causes that are linked to nutritional deficiencies. You know, there's a lot: allergies, digestive issues, headaches, aches and pains, weight management definitely contributed to their type 2 diabetes, heart health, most heart conditions, blood pressure issues. I mean, these are all related to nutritional disturbances or nutritional deficiencies. And the list just goes on and on and on. I'll stop.
It does. But know that there is a solution for it, and we can help.
Yep.
So we're going to take a moment now and let you experience a little bit about what a nutritional exam in our office looks like, so you can have a little bit better understanding. We're going to flip the camera around to our testing office.
Cool.
And you'll get to see a little example of what it is we're going to do. Are you ready?
I'm excited.
Look at that. All right. Well,
I'm doing this?
You're doing it.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
We'll see you on the other side.
Yes. So let's flip the camera around and take a few moments and we'll go through.
You can't make
noises
getting up.
Well, you know.
That's funny.
That's why we're getting tested. All right.
And we're not going to tell you, but we do have a live studio audience right here in the corner. They did not want to be on camera, so we won't mention any names. But yes, and so we're excited about that. We encourage people to come in and watch us live, not just on Facebook and our YouTube channel, but live, because this is when we just able to share more energy. So our patient would lay down, okay, and Amy so graciously volunteered for this, and we're going to run through a brief test about what we do. And so we get somebody on the table, right? And this is a puzzle. Every person, to me, is a puzzle, and that's how we look at it. We have the neurological system, the cardiovascular system, musculoskeletal, we have all the organs, we have the endocrine system, and go on and name all 13, but I won't. And so we need to know, how is this body working together? Because whether a person comes in with 1 symptom or 15 symptoms, it's one thing that we have to get to the cause of. What is the root cause? And the body is a lot like a little kid, okay? Everybody's body. And so your child comes over to you, or a child comes over to you, and for us it'd be like, hey, mom, 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 and you ignore the child. So what does the child do? They get louder, mom, mom, mom. And if you ignore the child, what happens? Next thing you know, they're knocking down the pots and pans and beating on the walls, and they're just trying to get your attention. Your body is the same way. It's trying to get your attention. So when you wake up with a little stiff back in the morning, your body's trying to get your attention about something. And you say, oh, and we try and justify, oh, well, I overdid this, I overdid that. But why did you not recover during the night while you were sleeping? That's a good question. Over years and decades, by ignoring these little things, more and more symptoms will arise. The little kid banging the pots and pans. So when people come into our office, our issue is we need to figure out what is the primary cause, what's underlying in the body. So the first thing we always want to do is make sure the body is willing to communicate with us. So she's going to hold, we're going to use kinesiology. Amy's going to hold her hand nice and tight. She's going to push that way towards the wall. I'm going to push towards her feet. We're going to match pressure. The goal is for her not to throw me through the wall because that hurts my head. Hold nice and tight. Good. Okay, next I'm going to find her belly button and hold nice and tight. And it's strong. Can't move her arm with that. And I'm not overpowering her. I'm just matching her pressure. But I want to make sure she's in agreement with me. So I'm going to take the back of my hand, go over a heart meridian, hold nice and tight, strong, so she is open, willing to do this. Now I'm going to test right between her eyes, so to speak, the front and the back, the positive and negative part of my finger. So hold nice and tight, strong with positive, hold nice and tight, hold tight, weak with negative. That's actually good. We want to see changes. So now I'm going to go back over her belly button, hold nice and tight. This is a regulatory point, hold tight, good. Close your eyes, hold nice and tight, good. So her regulation is open. What does that mean? That means her nervous system is willing to talk to us, number one, and her body can switch from an active to a resting state. There's so many people, we get just here and it's blocked, meaning your body can't switch from an active to a resting state. And I see heads nodding over in the corner. Yes, they're in agreement. Now I want to make sure her body knows that when she gets up, it's getting active. And when she lays down, it's going into rest. And so we're going to do this other technique. And just put her thumb and pinky together. Hold nice and tight, good and strong. Her eyes are open. Stay open. Add another finger. Close your eyes for me. Good. Take this finger away. Boom. Good. You open that up. So her body says, yep, when I lay down, I'll rest. And when I get up, I'll be active. So that's good. I'm just going to bring this down a bit, get a little blood flow to her shoulder. Now I want to go through and see what's happening. So we're going to start and go through a bunch of points. Hold nice and tight. I want to first check out different points of the brain and the head. It's really intense. And I will tell you many times, we'll get some people in here and we'll start asking them about stroke and seizures and finding out. Good. So coming down through her head nice and strong. Little weakness here. So that's tonsil. She has a little immune thing going on. Good. Thyroid's nice and strong. I'm going to check some lungs, some heart. I'm going to check different immune points here. Now we're going to get into some digestion. There's spleen, stomach, gallbladder, liver. You can see how her arm's moving. Going to look for pancreas, nice and strong, so it's not a sugar handling. Check her small and large intestine. Check some ovaries, uterus here. Going to check heart, valves, bone, ligaments, muscles, and skin. And now we're going to come back in here, hold nice and tight. Adrenal, good, good. Kidney, and of course bladder. And so let this relax down for a second. And so what are we finding? We're finding with her, she's got some tonsils, some immune issue going on, spleen, stomach, gallbladder, liver going on, and adrenal, stress handling gland. Okay, so that's 6 things. The question is, what is the primary? Because I can give nutrition to all 6 and we give her 100 things. No, that's not what we want to do. We want to strengthen the primary. And whatever the primary is, we want to get that layer of the onion off. And as we go through care, keep seeing what starts to unfold. As something heals, it opens up, and maybe something else might show up, or maybe healing is done. So we're going to look for a primary. Good. So out of those 6 things, it's not spleen, stomach, gallbladder, or liver. I'm going to check her tonsils. Not her tonsils, so it's not immune. Hold nice and tight. Let this relax. So it's her adrenals, her stress handling glands. Do you have any stress in your life? No. So anyway, yes. So now we're going to do some stress tests. Okay, we want to see what's happening. We're going to check her with some chemicals. We're going to check her with different heavy metals. So we'll start with the chemicals first. So to hold nice and tight, get on that adrenal reflex point. They're just Chinese acupuncture points. No change. So we know that. Now we're going to check her on some heavy metals. Hold nice and tight. She has a change there. Okay. So I'm going to take out one that I think it might be. There's some that are usually more common than others. Hold tight. Weakens. Good. I'm going to put this back on. Hold nice and tight. Strengthens. So we know what now, as far as heavy metals, what it might be. And so we have a couple supplements to check. And good. So we're going to try this one first. Hold nice and tight. And so what's happening? Her body is reading what's in there, the energy that's in the bottle. And some people will say, oh, well, your body can't read energy through glass. Glass doesn't transfer energy. Not true. Anybody out there have house plants? So how do your house plants grow? Well, you water them. Okay, good. Throw them in the closet and water them. What'll happen? They're going to die. They need sunlight. Do you take them outside in the sun 365 days a year? No. What's happening? The sunshine is shining through the windows, and the energy of the sun is coming through the glass and hitting the plant and allowing that plant to grow, providing you're watering it regularly. Good. So we'll just reset this for a second. Hold nice and tight. Ready? Resist. Still strong. So our body says, nope, that's not it. So those are the first two things. Now we're going to continue to check, because the question is, where's this aluminum hiding in her body? Hold nice and tight. There it is. Good. So when I touch over her stress point, the adrenals, that straightens out, and I want to double check. So I'll take my hand off, so instead of weak, it should now be strong. And it is, nice and strong. So we know she's got an issue today with aluminum. And why do I say today? Because as we take care of it nutritionally and it clears out, that should go away. Might take a couple weeks, might take a couple months, depending on how intense that is. So I'm going to check her now on immune stressors. We're going to look at parasites, fungus, bacteria, and viruses. Hold nice and tight. Okay, so there's something there. Now I'm going to go make this go a little quicker. She's going to put her hand over those two. Hold nice and tight. Not there. And we're going to put it right here. Hold nice and tight for me. Good. Something there because it stayed strong. Oh, light comes on. It's beautiful. Hold nice and tight for me. Resist. That one's okay. Up nice and high, just like this. Hold nice and tight. Stay strong. So it's a bacteria. Keep your hand right there for me. And so we want to support her body with something that's going to improve her immune system, strengthen her immune system, and be able to fight bacteria. Hold nice and tight for me. And is it a full rage bacteria that's going to make her ill and sick and knock her out? Maybe. Or maybe it's something that goes under the radar, but it's inside her organs, and it's just disrupting enough of her body function so she can never get back to full health. Okay, so try to test one more right here. Hold nice and tight for me. No, I want to go back. So it's this right here. It's a supplement we have called Congoplex, which is designed for bacteria. Hold nice and tight. Good. And when I take my hand off, hold tight. Strong like bull. Good. We'll take that down. And now we're going to check her on food. So we're looking for different foods that may be stressing her body. Is it grains? Is it sweeteners? Is it dairy? Those are the top ones that we check for. Hold nice and tight. Hold tight. No, nothing there. Okay, because remember we had that weakness. So we're going to put these back on her body because we know these clear out the stressors that she has. Hold nice and tight for me. Good. Hold tight. Nice and strong. And now I want to support her adrenal glands. Her adrenal glands are the primary part of her body right now that needs support. So we're going to check a few things just for adrenals. Okay? And I want things to stay nice and strong. Hold tight. Weakness. So it's weak. The energy in this bottle is not matching her energy. Her body says, no, I don't like that. We'll check this one. Hold nice and tight. That's a maybe. Check this one. Hold tight. No, not really. Hold tight. So her body likes that one. One more to check for adrenals. Hold nice and tight. Doesn't like that. Likes that one. So that's adrenal support. Now there's some other things we always want to check. Most importantly, one of the pillars of health is digestion. And we always want to make sure that you can digest your food better, because if we give you whole food supplements and you can't digest them, what's the point? And so I want to see, how does she need help with digestion? Not there. Hold nice and tight. Not there. So that's good. And she may not need the help, and that's okay. Check this one. I know this is one of her favorites. Digest. Good, nice and strong there. I can go back to her adrenals. It should change. It does. Bam, nice and strong. So that's perfect. Okay, now, another thing that we find, everybody, just about, almost everybody, is deficient in essential fats. So we want to find an essential fat that would be right for her body.
We have 17 that we use. I don't want her on all 17 some days, but no. So I'm going to pick a few and check. Ones that are there's some that are more common. Body likes that one. Ooh, likes that one. Does it like this one better? No. You ever walk into a store and you look and you say, ooh, and then when you look over there, you forget about the first object because the second one is shinier, and then you turn your head and you see something that's the shiniest and you forget about the first two? Body does the same thing with nutrition. If we show it something, hold tight, it'll tell us which one it likes better. And sometimes it might like something, and when you show it something else, it says, oh wait, I like that one better. Hold nice and tight. Good, hold tight again. Bingo, right there. And so here we have a little protocol together, 5 different supplements to help her body function better. Now, here's the kicker. Let's go back and check her tonsils, hold tight. Nice and strong, so the immune is supported. Spleen, stomach, gallbladder, liver, all supported. Hold nice and tight. Adrenal supported. So we know this program right here will help support her body and help it function. Then comes the fun part. Okay, so the question is, how many of these does she need? So I'm going to take her hand, make a little tray just like that, and we're going to start off with one of the supplements, and I'm going to put 4 in her hand just like that. Hold nice and tight for me. Weak. I'm going to take 1 out. Hold tight. Strong. So this tells me specifically her body needs 3 of these supplements. Okay? I'm not guessing at it. I'm just seeing what she needs. This is for stress. Hold nice and tight. She needs the whole bottle. No, hold tight. Good. Hold tight again. Right there. So here's the supplement. Her body needs 6 of these. So we have 3 on the first, 6 on the second. And notice they're all on her body so that we can check. This one's a wafer. It's not going to come out, so we're going to do what we call pulse it. Start with 2, 3, hold tight, 4. She likes 4 of those. So remember, we have 3, 6, 4. Check this one right here. Yep, sometimes as it gets through the summer, the pearls tend to stick together too much. Perfect. So 3, 6, 4, 3. And we have 1 more to check. Good. Hold nice and tight for me. Good. Hold tight again. No, still a little weakness. That one's strong. Good. So it's 3, 4, 6, 3, and 3 on this supplements. Okay. So now we've checked them. We know what supplements that she needs. I'm going to place them right here. And here's the kicker. I'm going to have you sit up and face me, please. Good. So most nutrition checking, response testing will stop there. We take it a little further. Okay. Arm, she's going to push up. I don't want her to walk out with one Arnold arm. Get both of them. Just kidding. Hold tight. So she's going to push up. 1 more time. Good. I'm going to put my hand. I'm going to check her for sleep. For falling asleep. She doesn't fall asleep. I'm going to check her for staying asleep. Yeah, she doesn't wake up. And I can tell you, she doesn't wake up. But I know it takes her a long time to fall asleep. So the sleep point is weakened. So I'm going to put a supplement in her hand. Hold nice and tight. Still weak. So that's not the one. I'm going to put another one in her hand. Hold nice and tight. Strong. So I know that this supplement that we checked her on, one of the 5 we have, will help improve her falling to sleep. Okay, will it be perfect? It's not a drug. It's not going to push the nervous system, but over time, it's going to help her body heal so that she falls asleep quicker and quicker. We're going to check some digestion. So she's going to make a claw, put it around her belly button. Perfect. Hold nice and tight. And we see there's a weakness there. So we're going to check on some supplements for that. We're going to try this one right here. Hold nice and tight. Not going to make a change. Not that it doesn't help her, but for that specific issue. This one right here. Hold nice and tight. Strong like bull. And so that's the supplement that's going to really help make her digestive tract strong. So if she came in with a list of 3 symptoms or 12 symptoms, I would want to go back through and check each concern that she had and make sure the protocol that we have fits what her body needs. Awesome. Would you like to say anything else in closing, or?
Turn around. We can turn back around.
Oh, we're going to turn back around?
We can, or
Okay.
I guess we can sit here and finish if you'd like.
I'll film you. No, go ahead. Still going.
Oh, all right. Well, that in a nutshell is basically what we do here in our office with nutrition response testing. And this month, if you'd like to come in and get a consultation, we do a consultation at our expense. So you're welcome to come in and just talk with us to see if and how we can help you. But for the month of July, we are also offering a special. It's $75 to come in to get a full nutrition check, and that also includes your report of findings. It's regularly $300, but till the end of the month, you can come in for $75, get the full check, the report of findings, find out the nutrition that you need specifically for you, and we'd help you with a food protocol as well that's going to help you with the right foods that your body needs to help heal itself and get well.
And I always say, if you have health concerns that aren't getting better, if you've seen other doctors but the results you're trying to obtain aren't being achieved, and if your health is really starting to affect your life, home and or work, then come in and get checked, and let's see if we can help you and what we find.
Yep. And that's it for today. That's nutrition response testing in a nutshell, and we're really glad that you joined us today. We hope you have a fabulous day, and we hope to talk to you later this week.
Awesome. Have a great day. Thanks. I'm Dr. Dave.
And I'm Amy.
And we want to be your inspiration
For healthy living.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys.